Students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be okay in your respective homes. Today, the pandemic COVID-19 is building huge amount of pressure on the globe, and it is better move to remain inside your home so that you can defeat the COVID-19 infection. And secondly, when you sit inside the homes, sitting to the books, you can prepare yourselves well for the coming examinations that shall be taken in the month of October or November. Board is well set to take these examinations by reducing some part of the syllabus. It is class 11th, subject political science, and today we are dealing with very important chapter or very important concept, that is judicial powers of the Indian president. Dear students, 100 times I have told you that in India it is a parliamentary type of government. Here is the double set of executive. All the powers are given in the name of president, but in real they are exercised by the Prime Minister of India. President of India is the first citizen of India. His office enjoys vast powers, but he is not using them directly. As subordinating office, that is the office of president, office of prime minister, or we can say the council of ministers headed by prime minister is exercising these powers. Now, Article 60 of the Indian Constitution says that the first or foremost, the primary duty of Indian president is to protect and defend the Constitution or law of India. So the first foremost duty of Indian president is, according to Article 60 of the Indian Constitution, to protect and defend the Constitution of India or law of India. He has got all powers, whether they are legislative powers, executive powers, judicial powers, or the emergency powers. And today we are discussing the judicial powers of Indian president. The president of India appoints the judges of Supreme Court, Chief Justice of Supreme Court, the advice of on the advice of Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, he appoints the other judges of the Supreme Court. It is first judicial duty of Indian president, and second, it is he appoints the judges of Chief Justice of High Court and the other judges under Article 217 Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution. Dear students, he can seek the advice from the Supreme Court of India on any question of law. He can seek advice from the Supreme Court of India on any question of law. Remember it, the advice tendered by the Supreme Court is not binding on the Indian president. And fifth important is that when culprits we can say culprits are placed under death sentence or death penalty is given to the any culprit or any international element, or a person who is involved in a murderous case, and finally or any terrorist activity, he appeals the president of India or she appeals the president of India for pardon. So the president of India can pardon the death sentence of a person, but some political scientists say, some political theorists say that this is not the judicial power of the Indian president. But remember it, the president of India has to act on the advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, because 74 article of the Indian Constitution clearly says that there should be a Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister to aid in the function of President, and President is bound to act on the advice of Prime Minister or Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. So judicial powers of Indian President are, he appoints the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. On the advice of the Chief Justice, he can appoint the other judges in the Supreme Court. Secondly, he appoints the Chief Justice in High Court under Article 217 of the Indian Constitution. He can seek advice from the Supreme Court of India on any question of law, but the advice tendered by the Supreme Court is not binding on the Indian president. And fifthly, he can pardon the death sentence, but most political scientists or political theorists say that this judicial power is not, this is not the judicial power of the Indian president. But keep it in mind, remember it, that Indian president is the nominal head powers are given actually in his name, but in real they are exercised by the Prime Minister of India. He has to act on the advice of the Prime Minister. Dear students, it's enough for today because we are working on 2G. Pace of a network here is very low. In next class, we shall discuss that inshallah in detailed manner the powers of Indian President, little powers of the Indian Presidents. And before leaving the class, I am advising you to see these things on your available reference books of political science so that you will grasp the concept well in the end. And also remain strict to the book so that you can defeat the COVID-19 infection and can also prepare yourselves fully for the coming examination that shall be taken normally in the month of October and November by reducing some part of the syllabus. Thanks. Be blessed.